cold December day, we are on our merry way, riding along, just singing a song.
What's up, guys? I can't believe where I am right now. It is just coming up on 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I am on a train to New Orleans. So right now I have about a week off work and I didn't really make any plans. And that's not usually normal for me. I think I took a few days off before Thanksgiving and I did a staycation. And that was a lot for me on the ground in New York. Usually I travel a lot. And this morning I woke up really early. So I woke up at 6:30 and the only thought that was in my head was, I've never been to New Orleans. And so I went online and I booked myself a one-way train ticket on Amtrak from New York City to New Orleans. And I booked myself a hotel and I booked myself a return flight. And now here I am. I just boarded the train. I think we're somewhere in New Jersey, but I'm on the Amtrak. I have a sleeper car. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a tour of the sleeper car. And tomorrow night I will be in New Orleans. And I actually just got a text message from one of my best friends and he will also be in New Orleans. So we're just gonna hang out and eat lots of delicious things. I'm super psyched. Now, I'm gonna show you around this room that I booked on the train. I'm moving a lot because I'm on the train. That is the Viewliner roomette. Let's take a look around. So the great thing about a Viewliner is that you get to close the door and you have this huge window. Actually you have two windows, one on the second level as well. And basically this cabin is designed for 2 people, but I am traveling on my own. So there's a spare chair in front of me where I'm putting all my stuff. I bought this book in England and I never read it, so I'm gonna read this. This is the Amtrak magazine, my phones. These are my supplies. I've got some water and emergency and wet wipes and mints for the trip. Over here, these are the light switches. So these control the night lights over here, and there's a reading light. Over here they give you towels and soap. Up here is the mirror. And down here, this is really cool. So these cabins don't have showers, but they do have sinks. So this sink pulls down. And then if you don't need it, you push it up. And then down here I actually only packed one bag for this trip, so this is the only bag I have with me. But in here, I put my bag on top of the toilet. So there is a fully functioning toilet in this room. Now obviously there is no door around the toilet, so if you're traveling with somebody, I guess they would have to like step out while you're peeing. Up there's a second bunk, and I believe if you grab that handle and turn it, the bunk slowly lowers. So it's a whole separate bed up there. Plus there's storage up here for your luggage if you have any. Over here there is storage for whoever is sleeping on the second bunk. I've hung my coats here. Well, one coat and a sweater. And over here there's a thermostat, a tenant call, and a bunch of fans in case you get hot in the middle of the night. Fans, obviously they give you pillows. And this is where I'm sitting. So I'm gonna be on this train for the next 30 hours going to New Orleans. I am so excited, not just for getting to the city, but for this entire journey. I love train trips, and I know they sort of have a bad rap because I think, like, do you remember that scene in Sex and the City where they try to go to California? I actually wanted to go all the way through to California on this trip. Like, I was trying to book New York to New Orleans, spend a couple of days in New Orleans, and then take the train through San Antonio, stop in San Antonio, and then go from San Antonio on to California to LA. But that leg of the trip, the New Orleans LA leg, was sold out like all week. So obviously I'm booking like very last minute. So I think this is great. I'm excited to go hang out with some friends in New Orleans. I'm excited to have this whole train experience. So what they're announcing is dinner reservations, and if you book a room or a roomette on the train, you get priority dinner seating. And so I am gonna go have dinner really early. I think at like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. I think it's 5 o'clock I booked. And so I'm gonna go do that, and then yeah, I'm excited for this whole thing. It's gonna be great. Let's see how it goes. It's starting to get dark. It's just coming up at 5 o'clock. I think I have a 5 o'clock dinner reservation, so I'm gonna go do that. But it's starting to get dark outside, so I guess the rest of the night will just be spent like reading and like chilling out. It's been so relaxing so far. I know I've only been on the train for like 3 hours, but I can really get used to this. All right, let's go to dinner and see what it's like. And literally my chair just converted into a bed. I guess I could have slept on the top bunk, but check it out. So it's been an exciting day on board the train. It's, I don't know, I took my watch off. It is 7:50. I'm pretty tired because I woke up really early this morning, did laundry and stuff, and prepped to come. So I'm gonna lie down. I'm probably gonna fall asleep in like an hour, and then I'll wake up and maybe be in a completely different place. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning from Greenville, South Carolina. I just woke up. You can see I have sheet marks on my face. I actually slept pretty well. It was a little noisy at night because people were getting on and off the train and we stopped at a bunch of places. But by and large, I slept pretty well. I think it's because I've been so tired from all my travel. But I think I got like a solid like 8 hours, like mostly off and on. Yeah, I realized that I'm really good at small spaces too, so I haven't had any trouble with the size of space, which is basically like that's it. I guess because I'm used to travel, so I always have with airplanes, and I live in a small apartment at home. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready and go get some breakfast in the driving car. Take you guys with me, but take a look outside. It's a little bit cloudy in South Carolina today. We're just heading out of Greenville. Okay, we are in Gainesville, Georgia now, and just pulling out of the station. Take a look. So it is 9:30 right now in the morning. I have about 10 more hours on the train before we get to New Orleans. I had breakfast. I had grits on the train, which was amazing because I love grits. And I've been doing some writing, which is actually more writing than I usually do. I'm just like blogging on my personal blog, thinking about like all these like long train trips that I've been lucky enough to go on over the past few years. I feel like every time I think about stuff that's happened, like I think about when I went station to station with Levi's from Santa Fe to Los Angeles, and then I took the Rocky Mountaineer from Vancouver to Banff. I feel like they were so long ago. I feel like these things happened ages ago, but in reality, I went on the Levi's trip 5 years ago, and I went on the Banff trip 2 years ago. I don't know, time goes so quickly. At the same time, it crawls because I thought these trips happened like 8 years ago, but they're fairly recent. I have been trying to like pack a lot of travel in for the past few years. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on writing. I'm gonna read some books. Right now I'm reading Edward St. Aubyn's Dunbar. It's very exciting. I love Edward St. Aubyn. He's like one of my favorite writers. And I'm also reading this, but it's not really my kind of book. I sort of picked it up because the reviews were so amazing. It's John Benfield's Mrs. Osmond. So I have these, plus I have my copy of the most recent New Yorker, and I never have time to read the New Yorker when I'm home in New York because I like to like spend time with it. I like to read it on planes. So I'm gonna do that. I have like 10 hours. It's so relaxing to be on a train and be on vacation and like not have anyone like trying to contact you or getting you to do things. It's so nice. Vacation is awesome, but you knew that already. Here's an update. So it is just coming from 4 o'clock. We were supposed to be in New Orleans by 7:30, but there were so many delays in the rails because there's so many like cargo trains passing that we're now not going to be there until 10:20, which is actually fine because tonight was sort of a wash anyway. But yeah, I think we're just outside of Birmingham, Alabama right now, and we're running about 3 hours behind. So it'll probably be dark by the time we get to New Orleans, so I won't be able to like do like a, hey, we're in New Orleans. But this is where we are right now, and I will check in with you guys when we get to New Orleans. I also ate a hot dog, so that's how we're doing. We made it to New Orleans after 34 hours on the train. I'm finally here. What's up, guys? After 34 hours on the train, I am finally here in New Orleans. I'm speaking kind of quietly because I'm exhausted, but also because it's after midnight. I want to make sure that like I'm not disturbing anyone else who happens to be on this floor. I just checked into my hotel and I wanted to give you a really quick tour. You know I have to do this before I mess up the room with all my stuff. I'm staying at the Roosevelt Hotel, which is also a Waldorf Astoria. I always stay at Hilton properties when I travel on my own, mostly because I have tons of Hilton honors points and I have gold status. So I get like upgrades and perks. Anyway, I really recommend it. So I'm staying in a king room at the Roosevelt Waldorf Astoria in New Orleans, and this is what it looks like. So when you come in, there is a hallway to the bedroom. This is a standard king. I don't think there's anything super special about it. But to the left here, there is a pretty big closet, lots of hangers, robes, which are great. I do really like Waldorf Astoria robes. They're super soft. They're not those like scratchy toweling robes. There are some extra blankets up there. Over here on the right is the bathroom. There is a shower over the, there's no tub. I thought it was a tub. There's a shower with a sliding door and a toilet and a sink. So this is a more traditional sort of city hotel bathroom. So it's like a little bit more old school than I guess like a lot of more modern hotels that I've been staying in. I really like the toiletries at the Waldorf Astoria. They're always Salvatore Ferragamo. The room I'm in is a king, and this is what it looks like. There's a giant mirror there, pretty standard TV, one large window, and a king bed. And let's see what we look out at. It is a street view. I don't actually know what street this is because I literally just got here and it's dark outside, but so far, New Orleans is pretty beautiful, although very foggy. I don't know if you can see that. Super foggy. So I'm here in New Orleans for a couple of days. I totally booked this trip on a whim. I literally woke up yesterday and was like, I should do something with my vacation time, and I've never been to New Orleans, and I really want to take a really long train ride because it helps like clear my head. So I did that, and now I'm here. And then I found out when I was on the train that my friend David will also be in New Orleans. We're gonna like overlap by a couple of days. So I think we're gonna hang out, get some dinner. I am so tired right now, so I have to go to sleep. I'm gonna shower because I've been on the train for so long. I'm gonna shower, and then tomorrow I'm gonna just walk around the city. I'm so excited. I've obviously heard so many great things about the city, and I can't believe I've never been here, and I'm so excited to be here now. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Have a good night.